Hey everyone, and welcome back to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Max Loga. Today will be Thursday, June 5th, episode 135 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, LTES's Declassified Summer Survival Guide. Max, what does it mean? What are we doing?
We're getting our LTS or GHLers a survival guide to survive summer. Some people call it the dog days of summer, but there are no such thing as dog days of summer. There's always uh, green grass to go mow, green grass to go play cornhole in, green grass to barbecue on. So don't say dog days of summer. Um, yeah, so that's gonna be our main segment. What else are we doing tonight, Dylan?
Nailed it. Rain's always better than snow. That's my theory. We'll also be doing Vino's vulnerable venting vocalization. We're going to have a round table. We're going to do a little starting now. We're going to do our cooler talk questions, and we've got ourselves a new segment tonight. It's called DM Sliding. Max is really excited for this one. Ooh.
Ooh, can't wait. We should just move this one up to the front, but we're gonna make you listen to the whole episode.
Oh, no. You're right. We're going to move it up to the front. Let's get it going. Episode 135 Legal Teach Engineer Sports. LTES is Declassified Summer Survival Guide. I like it. All American Rejects performing in a backyard near you.
I know. I signed up on their website. I get a 50-mile radius if they come near anywhere near me.
I heard they scrapped it though, I think.
Oh, that's shit.
Logistical issues, but still cool.
Yeah. What a way to
Uh,
make
speaking of
that.
speaking of bands like All American Rejects, I'm going to Warp Tour next weekend, so I'm a little nervous. So we'll see how that goes.
You're gonna have to report back. I can't say I've ever been to anything like it, so I'm gonna need a full recap of what Warp Tour is like.
We shall do that. All right. Before we get to DM sliding, I know the GHLers are excited to see what this entails. Let's first do Vino's vulnerable venting vocalization, presented by Furbo. Hoping to not miss a second of your four-legged furry friend while you're away, don't fret, as Furbo is your go-to gadget. For those extended trips away from your small, sweet souls, Furbo allows you to keep eyes on, pass out treats, and even talk to your not-so-travel-friendly cats or dogs. Head to Amazon now to purchase your own Furbo today. LTS, in conjunction with Furbo, is not responsible for any scandalous romantic entanglements and disclaims any and all liability related to or stemming from marital misbehavior. Four legs, one sweet, soothing soul, a cuddling champion, and a fan of the finer foods, our favorite cat king, Sir Vino. And happy birthday to heavenly birthday to Vino and Miss Rose. They turned 6 today. Woo, 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 woo.
Love it. Happy birthday, you too.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I will let them know via the treats. It'll be appreciated. Zero is a companion who just gets all the treats now that
He's like the younger brother that at the birthday blows out the candles too, even though it's not his birthday.
exactly. He kind of is definitely doing that, all that. So here's a 0. All right, Max, what you got?
All right, so this one, it's a shout out, remembrance to our guy John Burnkiss. He was a sports science guy. He just passed away this past week. For GHOers that don't know, it was a show on ESPN or ESPN, FS1,
ESPN, yeah.
anywhere they could fit it in. But he broke down the logistics behind cuts, shooting 3-pointers, getting hit in the NHL, getting hit in the NFL, how hard something would happen. It was a really interesting show, but the host just passed away. He was 53. So,
Yeah, no, good one. Suicide prevention is a thing. I think he committed suicide. Very sad. Battle with depression. But yeah, what was his name, Max? First name, John?
John, and then Burnkus.
Okay. Yeah, no, good one. Sports science. RIP. Um, my Vino's vulnerable venting vocalization is not someone who passed away, but his playing career has passed away. So Frank Ragnow is my choice. We both went solemn in some way. Frank is done after, I believe he played for 7, it could have been 6 years, could have been 8. He's only 29 years old. He is officially retired from the NFL, all with the Lions from Arkansas. He was an all-pro center. Probably still was the best lineman at the end of his time. Penny Sewell was very good, but he was the grinder of the meat, if as you would say. So shout out to Frank Ragnow. Enjoy retirement. Happy for him. It definitely seemed like he was going battling a lot of pain game in and game out. So life is going to get better for Frank.
Yeah. So I just gave it a quick Google. So I saw some obscure stat. He played a total of 6,617 snaps over his
Wow,
7 season career.
that's a
But I
lot.
saw a thing like in the games he started, it was like it boils down to like 200 and something, 218 or something like that. And he only allowed like 8 sacks.
Wow, that's really good.
So,
I mean, yeah, it's disappointing because you see dudes like Kelsey, right? The Kelsey brother, Jason,
mhm.
who played to like what, 37, 38,
Yeah.
6, 36, whatever it was. But yeah, I think for Ragnow played through a lot of injuries that people didn't realize were there. So better off now, and it happy retirement, Frank. So cheers to him. All right, Max. Before we get to DM slide, let's do a roundtable, and then we'll head that way. We'll slide into some DMs shortly thereafter. What you got for the roundtable?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna start with. So we're doing this on Wednesday night. Stanley Cup playoff starts tonight. Dylan, when was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup?
Say what? What?
When was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? A
Yeah,
year,
I don't know.
just a year.
I don't know. It's been a really long time. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be the '90s. I think.
Oh, you're very close. 1993. Do you know who it was?
I want to say it was the Canadians.
Spot on. It was the Montreal Canadiens in 1993 were the last team to do it. I'm putting all my money in on Edmonton, so I want the Oilers to do it this year.
Nice. So it's gonna be a cooler talk question. Let's push it forward. What was the last rematch in the Stanley Cup?
It's going to be 2008. It's going to be the Red Wings versus the Penguins.
So you were watching SportsCenter earlier, right?
No, I just know that when I saw that earlier this week, and I remember watching.
Yeah,
I was in
it's been.
fourth grade.
Yeah, yeah, you were. Wow, that's crazy. I was still in high school, so yeah, it's been trickling around. So obviously, right, the last three times I think it's happened. It's only happened 4 times ever in the NHL. Um, but the team that lost the first, yep, they've got revenge. So Max, I think I'm gonna follow you with that. So go Oilers. Let's root for the Oilers this evening. How about the NBA Finals? It seems like nobody's giving the Pacers a chance to beat the Thunder. When we last talked, I think the Pacers were up 3-1 on the Knicks, and the Thunder, if they hadn't already, they were about to clinch against the T Wolves. Who do you got here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump on that bandwagon, not giving the Pacers any life. OKC may. Um, they may be courteous and give them one in Indiana. That way they can take it home and win at OKC. So I think they're kind of those kind of guys. But yeah, so give me OKC 4-1 series wise.
Yeah, so gentlemen sweep. I listened to Pardon My Take this morning. They're big gentlemen sweep guys. I also think that might be worth a bet, Max. Thunder in 5. It's probably plus money and not much plus money, but it's probably somewhat plus money. Probably the right play. But the Corgi this evening picked the Pacers in 6. Makes me want to take the Pacers. The Corgi also took the Oilers in 7. Portnoy put a big old bet on Oilers in 6. I think it'd be kind of funny if that didn't happen. Um, I don't know. I hope to see more basketball and more hockey. I want 6 or 7 for both of them, but I think the Thunder should sweep the Pacers. I think the Oilers could potentially have issues with the Panthers, but I want to root for the Oilers. So yeah, I'm rooting for more sports, but yeah, I'm with you on the Thunder. Let's talk about another coveted championship series. Everyone's talking about it. Softball. So we are close to getting what I wanted. I wanted Oklahoma to not win, and I wanted non-SEC. That would require Texas Tech to beat Texas. Could happen. Have you watched any softball?
I've watched like one game maybe. I haven't been tuning in. I'll take that back. I've probably watched 2 complete whole games. I've probably watched 75% of an inning of each game. So I've watched every game for at least an inning or two. So I haven't watched complete games, but yeah, I went Texas Tech too. I heard a sweet story about their head coach that lost his daughter. So shout out to Texas Tech. Go Red Raiders.
I'm pretty sure Texas Tech has a team that paid an F load for their pitcher, their starting pitcher, uh, through the black market. So I guess I'm rooting for them, but I don't really care. I guess I was happy to see Oklahoma lose. So I'm
Yeah,
cool with whatever.
Can I stick with this and throw a stat at you?
Go
Since
ahead.
we're talking about the SEC. All right, so the SEC, hang with me on this, had the number two overall seed in football in Georgia, had the number one overall seed in men's basketball in Auburn, had the number one overall seed in softball.
We know where this is going.
Oh, yes, we do. And the number one overall seed in baseball.
Football.
None of those teams made a championship game, and softball and baseball teams didn't even win their regional. And then at the bottom, it goes dot, dot, dot. It just means more in the SEC. And goes all the way back to those rednecks in Tampa.
Starting now, brought to you by Newport Menthol Lights, America's classy, smooth cigarettes. Stressed out at work, overwhelmed at home, or distraught with a disappointing team? Don't panic and just puff on some Newport Menthol Lights. Long puff in, deep breath out. Newport Menthols have been silencing stress and greeting customers to heaven since 1957. But snipe your cigs fast, as a ban on menthol cigarettes is currently under debate by the FDA. Light, suck, puff. Newport Menthol Lights. Registering now. SEC Baseball. Great. Now, your minds think alike.
There it is.
So take it a step further than what you took further. Vanderbilt not make first time ever not making to the number one team in the whole tournament, not making to a regional championship game. Lost to Wright State. Shout out Wright State. Murray State tweeting. Max alluded to it, sort of. I think it just means more after defeating Ole Miss in Oxford. Yeah, they had the most teams ever make in the NCAA tournament for baseball. I think it was like 13, could have been 12, whatever the number was. And they had, I think, only 4 or 5 made it through. So it's absurd. Like more than half of those teams hosted.
Yeah.
So yeah, the SEC baseball was just an absolute got ripped through.
To go one more on your one more, University of Texas was so cockheaded that in the sole of their shoe, they put University of Texas at Omaha because they assumed they were just going to walk through whoever they were playing. I don't know who they were playing. They were going to walk through and make it to Omaha for college baseball World Series. Jokes on them, they're not. So
That's
shout out to
crazy.
them. Yep.
Wow. Did you watch any of those games?
Oh, I did not. That was a little bit tougher for me to watch. I know they're on the SEC Network. We got YouTube. Could have watched a bunch of them, but no, I didn't really watch. Did you?
I watched a whole bunch of college baseball. So I think it was Monday night. I bet Arkansas Little Rock. No, Sunday night. Bet Arkansas Little Rock. They were plus 9.5 in the first inning. They went down 3-0, and there was plus 10.5. Maybe I got them. And I was like, I don't know who this team is. Come to find out, Arkansas Little Rock had won like 16 games during the regular season. Went on to defeat LSU, number 5 team in the country, LSU. Arkansas Little Rock had 15 wins. LSU is where Paul Skeens went to school. Incredible story. Regardless, I won a bunch of money off them, so that was sweet. Their nickname's the Trojans. I watched that whole game on Sunday night, so that was cool. I tuned in for a couple of the Tennessee versus Wake Forest. I believe those were some good games. There were 2 good games Sunday, Monday, and then the Ole Miss Murray State game Monday night was really good actually. Ole Miss fans, electric atmosphere. Pretty cool to see them sad. They hit a home run, 3-run home run to make it. Instead of it was 12-8, they made it 12-11 in the bottom of the 8th. The crowd just going nuts. Fat dudes taking their shirts off. Beers getting like thrown. It was nutsoville. So yeah, college baseball is back. Bet all the overs for sure. Maybe not day 1 games, but this way they can super regionals. Bet the over starting game 2 and 3 because the number 2 and 3 pitchers come in.
GHLers is just like high school baseball. They don't have the arms. It drops, there's a drop off there. So
my only biggest irk with baseball, which you might not know about, I don't know if you've watched. Did you see anything that you hadn't seen previously ever before?
No, nothing sticking blurry now. No.
They put a green base at first base.
Oh, I did, and this came into play.
I don't like it.
Did you hear about that story?
No.
So when they run through the base, initial play, they can use that safety base. But
Supposed to, yeah.
Yep, you're supposed to. But then everything after that safety base is dead. You got to use the normal base. So
Okay.
the kid ran through, touched the safety base, stepped into foul territory. I mean, fair territory.
Ooh.
First baseman had the ball. He stepped back from the safety base. He was thrown out because he didn't use the original base.
Checks out. Get rid of that fucking stupid safety base. That's dumber than shit. What is this, softball?
Softball doesn't even have it.
I think you're right. I think they did. Maybe they got rid of it, but they
Yeah,
did.
I didn't see it this year.
I think you're right. Yeah, that's very stupid. Very aggravating to me that it's green too. Can't stand it. Yeah, college baseball's back. Watch a bunch of super regionals this weekend. It's exciting. Um, nice. We just ripped out Serena now too. Max, who won the script spelling bee?
Jan
No. Faison Zaki, a 13-year-old from Texas.
pretty close. And you know the word he spelled.
No.
I don't either, but I did see the highlight. I couldn't say the word, but he didn't even ask for the origin, part of speech. He knew it like the back of his hand, and they said it, and he was like, "Oh shit, game time!" And he won.
All right, respect. Shout out to Faison. What you got, Max?
Since we're doing shout out to the Rockies. Uh,
Yeah.
getting their first series win and sweep this week against the Marlins. They lost 22 straight series before getting their first win in June. They have the same wins now as Scotty Scheffler in the month of June. So shout out to them. Or since May 2nd, I think it is technically May 2nd. Scotty's got three. Rockies have three. So shout out to them. But other than that,
Yeah, let me touch on the Rockies. So that was their first series win since 2024. That was the first series sweep in 58 series. Their first game was played in front of 5,000 tickets sold in Miami of the series. 5,000 tickets sold. But there was two pitchers taken like in the first inning and then the sixth inning, just kind of like vary it. And it was estimated that there was 1,050 fans in the stadium. I don't know what the name of the stadium is, Miami. So literally barely over 1,000 fans in this place. I didn't look like much more today on game three. I bet the Marlins every single game. Really stupid of me. Um, yeah, Rockies are back. Good for them.
yeah, I mean, it was exciting stuff. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they turn it around. But
Let's talk about a team that's actually a good baseball team. We're both wearing their swag. The Detroit Tigers. We're not giving them enough love. They're the best team in baseball. They did just lose to the White Sox. That's okay. Bounce back tonight. Um, they are sexy. I'm wearing the Demons Brothers jersey right now. So I got Austin Meadows jersey on. Parker Meadows is a freak. Um, I do think there are a couple holes that need to be fixed, but that's if they want to win a World Series. Like I think this team is awesome. It's electric. Max, the prices for the series this weekend are the most it's going to be in 3 years if you don't count playoffs. Because the Cubs are coming to town. The cheapest ticket to get anywhere in the ballpark is mid 50s, low 60s. If you want lower bowl, it's in the 70s, 80s. Comerica Park's been buzzing this weekend. Cubs coming to town. What are your thoughts on the Tigers?
yeah, I saw they're promoting standing room only. I don't know. I mean, you put those air quotes around it, but that's what they're trying to say. I don't think so. I woke today, like Dylan was talking about ticket prices. There's a lot of seats. Don't be afraid, people. Don't be scared. Go on down.
Just more expensive, yeah.
Yeah, just more expensive. Um, but I agree with you. There are some holes. If they're gonna mess around and find out what the World Series feels like, they're
Name
gonna,
them.
they're gonna need to fill. They need a lockdown, shutdown, cutthroat reliever
Yep.
that can come in and just shut the door
Yep.
against anybody in the lineup, lefty or righty. They need that guy. And then I wouldn't mind getting some support for like Torque on the right
Yep.
side. They got all these lefties. Get
Yep.
a guy that can come in and
I got
just,
a name for you.
I know exactly who you're going to say. Ready on the count of three, say who you're thinking. Three,
One.
two, one, Bo Bichette.
Overshat. Yeah.
Wow.
We read the same article.
Maybe.
But it makes sense, right? So homeboy Andy not fucking getting the job done this year from the right side of the plate.
Nope.
Andy Ibanez ain't cutting it. The other person that's potentially looking at the old Toledo depths, Trey Sweeney. I'm okay with having Javi Baez hit poor just because of how a good fielder Javi Baez is.
Yes.
Trey Sweeney might get shipped down. I think they need a right-handed bat, and then you just bring back Parker, healthy Vierling, healthy Wenzel, and yeah,
And the thing about Bo Bichette we're saying is Toronto just paid an arm and leg for Vlad, so they have no room to pay anybody else. Bo's in his last year of his contract,
yeah,
and he definitely is going to say, this team sucks. We're not going anywhere. Why can't I just go 2 hours south and play with a team that's got a chance to go do something? So he'd be down for it. He's not going to veto it. So I mean, they wouldn't have to give up much to go get him. They really
Low
wouldn't.
cost. Yeah, because it's a rental. So
Yes.
I agree. All right, looking forward to just being able to root for the Tigers. Successful team. People don't bitch about the Tigers. Just think last year this shit was over. Basically, we had hope, but then this is a time when it kind of got exasperated. So just be happy. Enjoy Comerica Park this weekend. It's gonna be buzzing. Fuck the Cubs. Go Tigers. What else you got, Max?
Um, do you know who won Michigan Male Athlete of the Year?
No, I do not.
Bryce Underwood.
Oh, sick.
uh,
Yeah, where's he going to school?
I don't know. University of Michigan, the greatest place
Hmm.
in the world. But yeah,
Hmm.
so shout out to Bryce for being the Detroit Athletic Club Male Athlete of the Year.
Pinkies up.
I think he's up. And that's all I got
Nice.
for my roundtable.
Did you hear about the California track runner?
I did not.
All right, so this young lady won the 400 meter, and she actually broke the record for the California State record for a high schooler, the 400 meters. She got DQ'd though shortly thereafter. Wanna know why?
Why? Steroids.
Uh, she celebrated with a fire extinguisher. She used the fire extinguisher to put her feet out. Essentially, it
And
was
she
a
got disqualified for that?
she got DQ'd for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it
stupid.
was an ode to a former U.S. Olympian. I don't remember his name. More likely than not, they'll probably give it back to her. Some big fat overweight white dude sitting on the inside of the track who did it. But kind of a shame that her and her dad came out and said basically like, yeah, they took my celebration away. They took me standing on the podium away. So kind of bullshit. So I agree with that. It's so sad, but it is what it is. I know you said you were done, so I've got a couple more. Did you see that Novak today came back and beat Jarev, the Russian? Pretty sick.
Good. He's got
Now,
to go against Carlos.
no, he has to go against Yannick Sinner, the number one seed, and the bottom is Carlos Alcaraz. It's a crazy, awesome French Open. I watched a bunch of that match today. There was one point where I think it was over 30 balls back and forth. So tune into the French Open this week. It's on TNT. John McEnroe sucks ass, but just tune in. Throw it on mute if you have to, because the noises are pretty weird too. But yeah, men's tennis is sick. So watch some tennis this weekend. Also this weekend, what horse race is up, Max?
Well, horses are up. It's gotta be the third leg of the Triple Crown that never got off the ground. So we were just at Belmont, so it's gonna be the Preakness.
Ah, we're at Preakness. We're at the
Oh,
Belmont
damn it.
now. So guess who's back?
The guy that should have went for the Triple Crown.
Yep, Sovereignty is now racing in the Belmont, asshole. Your guy Baeza is also racing in the Belmont, and then Journalism, who I'm gonna pick, is the slight favorite. So it's Journalism, Sovereignty, 8-5 for Journalism, Sovereignty's 2-1, and then Baeza is like 3 or 4-1. They're the favorites, and only the 8 horse race. So
Wow.
that'll be Saturday night. So tune in. All right, one more thing, Max. Do you like steroids?
Do I do
And
steroids?
do you like steroids? Do you like the idea of steroids?
Yeah, we've talked about getting our own steroid league. We've talked about doing this. I have no issues with them. Yeah.
All right, it's coming next May 21st to the 24th of 2026. The Enhanced Games. There are there's three different events essentially. It's like there's 2 events in swimming, there are 3 events in track and field. It's the 100-meter dash, hurdles, and then another thing with hurdles. And then there's only 2 events in powerlifting. So there's not that many events. There's like 7 or 8 events total. But the winner of each event gets $1 million cash.
This is I don't know why we're not sitting on the committee of this. We came up with this idea about 3 years ago or 4 years ago when we were talking about changing sports, and we said get steroids in, bigger, faster, stronger. It'd be awesome to see. This is bullshit. Why aren't we on this committee? They took our idea.
It's crazy if you go to the website. Enhanced Games has a website. There's like they only have like 3 or 4 athletes committed right now.
On
One
it.
is a swimmer that is absolutely shredded. If you see before, you look before or after a picture. I think his name's Magnus Carlsen. He looks like you or I, like generally slender-ish with some muscle, and then he's just absolutely yoked now. If you click athletes,
Okay, one
it's
second.
wild stuff.
We're getting through everything here. The future of sports is here. What a pro.
Damn right it is. I think I'm all for it. So I love that there's $1 million prize. I love that they let him take steroids. I think we need more events though. I think we need like a home run derby. I think we need furthest golf swing. I think we need boxing. That'd be sick. Steroidal boxing.
Dude, just fill out the form. Are you interested in competing? Hell yeah, yeah.
What event would you do though?
Aquatics for sure.
Oh, you're just gonna swim. So you're just gonna get in the pool.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna win, but
Oh,
you'll be there.
are you gonna click athletics? Just broad umbrella.
I think I commentator. I just want to be on. I want to be in the booth.
Yeah.
I think you still have to take steroids if you are booth on the. In order to buy tickets, you gotta have steroids.
Oh, your voice sound like this.
Wee! All right, good round table. Episode 135 of Legal Teach Engineer Sports. LTES's Declassified Summer Survival Guide. Before we get to the main entree, surviving your sports summer, let's get to our new segment brought to you by Papa Shot DM Sliding. Papa Shot. Looking for a competitively fun way to sharpen your shooting skills? Look no further than the original arcade basketball game that's been forming phenoms and battle testing ballers for over 40 years. Papa Shot. Great for some family fun or a 30-year-old party of one. Remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Papa Shot. All right, let's explain the premise of this new segment. So Max and I are basically going to DM one person each for the next however many weeks it takes to get that said person onto our podcast. It has to be someone noteworthy of sorts. It just can't be my next door neighbor used to play a varsity golf. Paul, he was close, but not quite what we're looking for. We're looking for somewhat famous people for this. So Max, you'll be our guinea pig. Who will be your first ever person in DM sliding?
Yes, my first ever person. He's actually in the history books. His name is Landry Shamet. He is the last person to ever score on NBA in an NBA game on TNT. He plays for the Knicks. He hit a three with 9 seconds to go in their last game against the Pacers. He's going to go down in history books. I DM'd him. Congrats on making history on TNT. Love it, man.
That was it.
That was it. I don't know. Was I supposed to? There was no rules or regulation on what I was supposed to say.
No rules or regulations. Yep, open ended.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for a response. A heart would be cool. I'm gonna flex on that if I get a like on it.
It's not going to qualify. You'd still have to keep going. By the way, whoever does get the first response, not a like, they win something. Maybe that person's jersey bought by the other person. But if you get that person on, maybe that's a jersey. You might win only like something lesser. The jersey's when you get that person onto the podcast. Deal?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you know where Landry went to college?
Dayton, Ohio.
Wichita State.
Oh, okay.
All right. So my DM sliding person, Zach McKinstry, and I already hit him up. I did it precisely while he was already basically on the field at Rate Field. What a shitty name. Against the White Sox. He's in the lineup tonight. So here's my message to Zach. It's very long if you want to.
Can't see it.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, it's very long. Hey, Zach. Very random, but my name is Dylan, and I don't know you, and you definitely don't know me. Well, still wondering if you had any interest in potentially hopping on a sports podcast. My brother and I, my brothers, Sam and I do. We do random sports stuff, and I think you'd be an awesome guest. Like I said, super random, so if no interest, totally get it. However, if you are intrigued, let me know. Our podcast is Legally Teach Engineer Sports, and we have had a swimmer at University of Kentucky, former tight end at Iowa, soccer player at Minnesota, and a few others. Also, went to law school in Toledo. I know you're from the greater Toledo area. My parents are fellow Chippewa alums. Regardless, it's been a blast watching you and the boys this year. Good luck the rest of summer and fall. Go Tigers.
You got a shot with that one. You didn't say fire up chips in there, did you?
No.
Nah.
No shot. All right. DM sliding. Let's see what happens. The other crazy thing is you only have a week to get a response, basically. So the clock is ticking.
I just ripped these mother truckers out. If Landry responds in 3 weeks, he can come on. We're not gonna hold him.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No, they can come on. But I'm saying we're gonna have to DM someone else next week.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Good new segment, Max. That was, I believe that was your idea. So good job. All
Thanks.
right. Let's move to the main segment of tonight's episode, surviving your sports summer. Episode 135, LTS is Declassified Summer Survival Sports Guide. All right, Max. Give us your first tip on how to survive a sports summer.
All right. So my first tip to surviving a sports summer, kind of an aggressive one, but I feel like you got to do it if you want to survive it. You got to go to work hungover. Um,
Mm,
you can't use your sick days in the summer because those need to be used when it's the grueling days of winter when you really don't need to go. You got to show up. You got to put your work in. You're going to have those long Sunday nights, those Sunday fun days. You may have those thirsty Thursdays. You got to roll in the work on Monday and Friday. You got to just show up, put your boots on, get to work.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Some people have the reverse. They say show up when the weather's not great to work, so you can then take your time off in the summer. We're not all teachers here, man.
Yeah, that logic's just not true. Just take it off in the winter. Um, that way you can stay in your bed and watch Netflix. Yeah.
All right, it's a good point. It's a good point. My my first tip: soak up the NBA Finals and Stanley Cup Finals. Last real sports we got for quite a while. Baseball is real, I know that, but sometimes sometimes you see Bo Brisky on the mound this for the first few innings, you know. So so enjoy. Tune in to the NBA Finals. Tune in to Stanley Cup Finals. Enjoy it. First tip. Second tip: appreciate the obscure sports that are going to get thrown at you this summer. Tennis, watch it. Horsies, bet them. Golf, fall asleep to it. NASCAR, they turn left. Soccer, yeah. Little League World Series, tune in. Enjoy the obscure sports. Max, what you got?
That's a good one. I didn't even have that one down. That's a good one. Mine was get better at your backyard games.
Yep,
Play
that's
as
a good
many
one.
backyard games as you can. I know Dylan and I we compete in the Loga Olympics every year, so ours backyard games probably most elite, but there's always room for improvement. So get better at them. Don't be afraid to throw the bags, throw a frizz. Get better at your backyard games.
Yeah, I had win an outdoor backyard game, so I'm with you there. What else you got?
Um, Mine was go to a baseball game. I know we were just talking about it. Um,
Yeah,
go to at least one. Minor league, we got the Loons, we got the Whitecaps, we got the Lansing Lugnuts, we got the Tigers. It doesn't have to be the major leagues. Go to a baseball game. Get a hot dog, drink a beer. Go to a
yeah,
baseball game. It's a more than a game. It's a social thing.
I'm right there with you. I have go to a midweek Tigers game and stretch out. So I got specific there. Enjoy the upper bowl seats, get some sun, and watch a baseball game. Max mentioned Lansing. Go to Lansing on a Friday or Thursday night, whatever it may be, and enjoy those $2 beers. If you're in Myrtle Beach this summer, like me, at some point, head up to the Pelicans and enjoy yourself a $2 Bud Light or a $3 Tall Boy. Do it. Just do it. Go to a baseball game. Speaking of baseball, one of my recommendations is look up your local little league field, attend a game, listen intently to the fans who are talking shit to the umpires. Sit close enough so then you can talk shit to those fans because they're assholes and put them in their place. Put that on your summer to do list, please.
And when they ask you what team you're here for, you say the blue. I'm here for blue.
Blue usually works.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here for blue. I meant
What
orange.
else you got, Max?
Um, um, so this one kind of goes along with the hungoverness. It's more of a summer thing, not specifically just sports, but it was enjoy a pool beer.
Oh yeah.
Pool beer, a boat beer, a
Yep.
beach beer, and a
Yep.
yard beer. If
Oh
you
yeah.
do all four of those in one day, it's a great day.
What do you think about a hot tub beer, Max? And then you take it a step further and you fall asleep in that hot tub.
Well, if you, all right, let's go back to that. You start with boat beer. That boat ends up on
Yep.
a beach. Then you go
Okay.
back to the house for that pool beer. Then you go to
Yep.
the hot tub beer. It's a great day. And then you just take a nap there, wake up, have a breakfast beer.
Oh, there we go. All right. I like it. I like it. I had fall asleep in a hot tub responsibly. Make sure you do that responsibly. Um, since we're I think you should enjoy a fire. At some point this summer, enjoy a fire. Highly recommended to have your TV on in the background so you can watch some WNBA or some Tigers, some NASCAR, some golf while the fire's going on. But enjoy a fire, and a fire beer would also be recommended.
Yeah, shit.
Um, another. Go ahead.
Grill new meat. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
that's a great time to have another beer.
yeah.
A grilling beer.
Grill beer. Yep.
Yep, have a
That's a
grilled
good
beer.
one.
Grill new
All right.
meat. Try something different.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw something new out here. All right, so we were talking about getting wet, having fires, drinking beers. Let's go back to some sports stuff. Slight change of pace with sports stuff involved. Spend some quality time with your significant other. Dog days of summer, some might say. Max says no. I say maybe take advantage of the lack thereof mainstream sports and put a little more time into that significant other so then you can say, hey, remember when? Hey, remember when I did that? Hey, remember when we did that? And now you got your football Saturdays, your football Sundays all cleared up.
Wow, what a put a twist on that. I thought you were going, maybe do a date here or there, but then you're like, nah,
No,
spin that, twist that. I like where your head's at, Dylan. This
that's
kind of
right.
goes hand in hand. One of them was get some golf in.
Yeah, I got
That's
that too.
a significant other thing. They can drive the cart or they can swing some clubs too. Doesn't have to be on the actual golf course. Go to a driving range. Driving ranges are fun. You don't have to shag your ball. Putt putt. Anything
Top
works.
golf.
Top golf, even better.
Yeah, I had golf minimum 5 times. I was thinking with the boys, but yeah, take your significant other, do just golf. Go out there, drink a cold beverage on a nice day with some slight breeze. It's a beautiful thing for the summer.
It is.
Get in there in the morning too. It's a little nicer for some reason.
Hey, don't be afraid to walk it either if you got it.
What else you got, Max?
So that's, I mean, I should have went with this one first. But I numbered them. That was one. This is two. Plan a sports trip. You can bring your
Mm,
significant other on there, but this was kind of my head was with the boys or with your brother or something. Just plan a sports trip. Great time to go see different places. Like you mentioned, you're going to Warped Tour, and that's in DC. You said you don't get to DC, see DC in the summer. Even though it's not a
yeah,
sports trip, it's still sweet.
yeah. I'm gonna go to Nationals game. Day before I go to the Nationals game, I'm going to Orioles game. Guess it's gonna be an Oriole at Camden Park, the Tigers. So
Sweet.
yeah, I'm there, baby.
Dylan planned a sports trip.
That's right. I like that. It's a really good one. I also have a sports trip kind of in mind, but a specific one. All right, ready? Get on the wood for a WNBA game. We can get to Bucks Ass, Connecticut.
Hartford.
300 $375 courtside, row one.
That's crazy you said that because I was looking at flights today. Hartford, Connecticut, 110. Spirit Airline round trip.
Damn. I'm hey, this was like mid to end July, so you just let me know. They're playing the Valkyrie, I think, this game.
Wow.
Both these teams are likely to be bottom three, especially at that point. So it could be even down into the low threes. So get your feet, if possible, on the wood for a WNBA game. This could change your life. The things you could see, the things you could say, the things you could smell, just maybe make a whole summer worth it.
Wow.
Um, my last one, Max, was just watch that Major League Baseball All Star game. If you don't want to watch the All Star game, watch the Home Run Derby. It really is a midsummer classic. Just something you can watch a movie. I'm sure most like me, most of our GHLers probably have multiple TVs in their living rooms.
Yeah.
So throw on the movie during the All Star game, but put the volume on during the Home Run Derby. It'll be electric. Max, do you have any more?
I do my last one. It's kind of sentimental. Just don't wish it away. There are no dog days of summer. We live in Michigan. It's cold 8 months out of the year. Don't wish away summer. Like Dylan said, rain is better than snow. Amen to that.
Yeah, don't wish it away. Love that. Great one to end on. Don't wish away your beautiful Michigan summer. That is our lasting quote for Legally Teach Engineer Sports, episode 135, LTES Declassified Summer Survival Guide. Okay, well, let's finish, Max, with our Cooler Talk questions brought to us by Will Folsom. Shout out to Will Folsom, heating and cooling. With summer here, it's time to get your AC units up and humming. With Folsom on your side, no problem is too big, no unit is too broken, and no heat is too hot. Just remember, when there's a will, there's a way. Will Folsom, heating and cooling. Pew, 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 pew. All right, Max, here we go. Question 1 was already presented to you. You are 1 for 1. The Red Wings Penguins question. Question 2, where is the Major League Baseball All-Star game this year?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Nailed it. Good job. It's also badass. The park's all right. Like, the park's cool. I've been there once, but the area around the park, I think it's called like the Battery. Really cool area around the park. It's a very all-star vibey, like people
Oh,
can hang out.
that's sweet. Love that.
So if you're in the Atlanta area, enjoy that. Where did Tyrese Halliburton go to college?
Iowa State.
Correct. Where did Shai Gilgeous Alexander go to college?
Shy. Shy went to Kentucky.
Nailed it. Wow, you're 4 for 4. Here we go. What U.S. soccer? So the U.S. soccer is participating in it. What soccer tournament starts in 2 weeks?
This is the Gold Cup.
That's correct. 5 for 5. Let's go.
What
Hey,
a
well
day.
done.
Wow.
And I was looking at the Gold Cup bracket. If the U.S. doesn't win, they should just not show up for the World Cup next year. It's a very ugly bracket. It's like Mexico and Canada maybe are the closest, and Saudi Arabia is in it, which I don't understand that.
Huh. They probably paid for it.
Yeah. So good job, Max. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That's all for episode 135 of Legally Teaching Engineering Sports. LTES is Declassified Summer Survival Guide. Our quote comes from Betty Williams. When all else fails, take a vacation. All right. That's all. Max, what's our POV?
PVO.
Positive vibes only. Shout out to our great heroic listeners.